me there. If you're going to go fast like that, it completely makes sense, right?
Sure.
The idea was to get boomage down the vents, cut off rotation.
Nothing for them to do here.
With 3 MAC-10s left over, the world is the oyster for Navi. Let's say they want to do the smoke wall, cross secret. 3 MAC-10s barreling down secret, great. Top rush, if you get out squeaky, great. If you can go for a vent dive with the MAC-10s,
or
great.
keep bullying all off a ramp.
That's
Still
also
works.
another option, yeah. So there's quite a few options with these MAC-10s right here, assuming that they don't lose them. I wouldn't see any need this time round for them to upgrade anything. That's a nice shot there from Olaf Meister.
Could be another one for Rain. Not quite. Another $600 for Navi. Olaf, even if he saves the MAC-10, he won't be using it the next round, so might as well go for the kill. Doesn't work out for him, and they'll save 2 MAC-10s here. And as Chad said, like the map like Nuke especially was just so momentum-based. If you do get a quick kill and one of the key choke points of the map, you're definitely going to keep onto it, keep hold of it. So we'll see Boomage and Flamey MAC-10s here. Keep a look at the helmet situation for FaZe. They currently have 3 players without them, meaning those MAC-10s become a lot more powerful. There would have been 3 MAC-10s if it wasn't for this shot from Olaf, his first kill into the game. Quite a stunning one there towards Symple. So we do have the MAC-10s out, and there are 4 players without helmets here. So those MAC-10s become lethal before the round even starts here.
Smoke for the vent dive, but Nico's... Ooh.
Luckily, it only takes tiny amount of damage there.
Nice work from CTs, but it could be a topside push, and they didn't check him out.
God, he's
Boomage has already got a frag.
What's...
That flash was so perfect. We saw it from Cold's POV the whole time. That was a full flash.
Damn. So, the MAC-10, good for 1. See
Now
what
a
we can do
ramp
this.
drop? No, Flamey's actually waiting to catch up on the flank, and it's cost him his life.
That was one of the players without the helmets as well. Luckily, it didn't connect with the head. 2 kills for Nico now. Just the rifles remain on Navi's side.
And they're battling back for lobby control, interestingly enough. Tables have turned somewhat.
Good trades. That's fantastic work. The fact that they milked the number advantage. Now back to tied game and electronic patient as ever. Olaf goes down and now Brokey with an AWP. Good luck, my friend.
Yeah, what is it? He's tried to feign the fact he's gone down towards lower, but they know he's the AWP, right? Like, of course they're going to plant. Like, where else would they go? This is a dream.
They faked, at least.
Just to see if he'll open the double doors and go for a quick shot, I guess. That's about it. But if he does anything with this, I'll be amazed. There's the doors.
Simple's like, nah, okay, I'll move.
That's all he could do, right? Is open the doors and hopefully get a quick kill. But unless he gets it, it doesn't mean too much. If he gets one of these kills with a quick scope, the other will swing out, and he's been taking another 3. That's going to be it. They can try and wallbang him here, I suppose. Not going to connect.
So one little detail from that round right there that we might need to keep in mind as the game progresses, the CTs, and I believe it was Rain, actually Molotoved into the T vent. That's why Nico only took a little bit of damage to the Molotov, because it was team damage from that from that Molotov. Now, the reason that they would probably be doing that is because Boomage has an affinity with dropping down that vent. He loves it. It's a way to cause the CTs to scramble and force out those rotations early to be a bit of a mess. So if that was intentional and they did mean to drop that Molotov straight down the vent, they're trying to stop Boomage from having that freedom. But Boomage just went out hard on some basic utility from his teammates at the top side and obliterated that defense. So he has a couple more tricks up his sleeve, old mate Boomage here, as we will get into round number 5. The guns will be brought on up on the Navi side of things for sure, but the question mark is over towards FaZe. What do they want to do behind the saved AWP? It's currently the most expensive piece of equipment out there on the board, $47.50 right now, and well, to back it up, they're going to purchase some armor, some nades, and some upgraded pistols, and hope they can hit a couple of bangers, because they're going to need it now. 4-0 down on that CT side.
4-0. Brokey saves the AWP. Navi on an absolute tear. If you're just joining us and missed the second map, you think it was a pretty par for the course, picking up their own respective maps. We're on to a third, but no, it was FaZe actually had a 12-3 lead at half on Train. They couldn't get a single round together until the very latest stages of the half before it ended 16-13. Now finding themselves down in the doldrums here, 4-0 against a T-side Navi who shows no signs of slowing down. Up against pistols right now. Brokey has got the AWP, but as I mentioned before, he's not one of those AWPers that you'd be convinced like he's like an Oscar or a Voxic or a Symple. He's going to carry the round for you. Certainly A very good sniper, but doesn't really fall into that category.
More problems for FaZe here. This is the first time in this series they started behind.
Ooh, and now a missed shot from Olof too, in fact. Does concede ramp control.
Yeah, ramp has been an issue for them. They might want to start putting Brokey in towards the ramp room with the orb a few rounds, just push them back from that position. They're getting way too much access down here. Olof is doing his best to fend them off. You can see him struggling. Same story for Rain. He's holding towards Secret, and at least there is a kill back in return. Just the one for now. That will enable a bomb plant, but maybe Kostyleva, well, I was about to say, can do something about this. Nika trying to recover the Krieg, which he will, but taking shots through the door. Boomage one step ahead of the curve.
Boomage would have seen the gun get picked up through the door on the floor.
I think you're right. It's the butt of the gun when you stick it through the door, right? So as soon as he picked it up, that's when he went for the spam. I'm not sure we can look at that, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. I might have to go back and review the demo. I know Graham Pitt is out there right now.
Yeah, had it been a difference making the run, I'd say let's do it, but it's not worth it when it's just one kill.
Well, Brokey has to save again. So one positive right now for Brokey in this round is the fact that he gets to keep his KD.
Cool little drop he just did there, by the way, just from the roof. It made noise, but he took no damage from it.
Using the door and sliding down,
I didn't know that was a thing, so that's cool. Slide off that. Something for FaZe, I suppose.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
they haven't taken any damage on that.
They didn't take any full damage there. That's pretty good.
It's a positive sign. They saved the orb. Jokes aside, so that was a Deagle round. So NAVI once again punishing that ramp room and splitting down towards lower. Olof Meister, he is in for a rough ride. I think they've identified a weakness within the FaZe unit. He said it himself in the pre-interview here that his current form, for whatever reason this week, is just not there. And I have to say, like this season, I think he's been great for the FaZe.
He's looked serviceable for sure.
Absolutely. And this week, he has been underwhelming, but he knows it. He said it himself, and it seems like NAVI know it as well. They're focusing a lot towards inner on train. Now, a lot of presence at ramp as well. I feel like with this tactical timeout, FaZe will be adjusting things. I'd like to see the orb towards ramp, knowing that we've got the standard outside smokes being used. Very difficult for an orbit to thrive.
Here's a stat for you. Olof's never won a major with a beard. So maybe.
Like you're saying, or maybe even try and push lobby. So the idea of, coming up the vent once you have lower control, we have been seeing that come in more and more. They're finding a gap. It's definitely not a traditional way to be splitting the top site, but if it works, it works. Another note, another common denominator that's been cropping on up. Flamey definitely stepped up his game in the second half of Train, but here on Nuke, once again, struggling to find any impact. He's got 0 kills.
He's had 0 impact, sure, but Rain does take him down again. So speak of the devil, he's had a bit of a nightmare again for poor Flamey, 0-5. But I have faith that his ramp hold will continue to be as obnoxious as it was over in Katowice. He did some sensational things on the CT side of Nuke. He will be a crucial component in the NAVI defense once they get there. Look at the angle Olof's working with here. That is a tight line.
Yeah. He's going to need it.
He's fallen off of it as they go into the vent. So that information that he would have had is not present.
Oh, he's got nothing from this now.
He knows nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's one game going to be walking through Secret and one decon.
They've left the bomb down towards lower. This next kill, very important. Olof Meister nails it. Boomage. Krieg bullet to the face. Electronic knows he needs to make up for that now. Smoke will be thrown in return. Does Olof Meister just assume that's a force field now? Electronic considering pushing through it. Goes to the vent instead. He's got the bomb on his back. Needs to get towards upper. And there are players there ready and waiting. Kostyleva joined by Rain. Bomb goes down. Looks like they're on their feet here, FaZe. Simple left in a 4 versus 1. 0 chance of winning it. As Rain will take him down. Lovely work from Rain and Kostyleva there. This is getting better now, but still 5 rounds is enough for a T side in general. Like full stop. So NAVI, if they post 2-3 more rounds, I'm not sure FaZe can get back into this. But positive signs of these. That's 2 in a row.
Yeah, there's at least some life being displayed here by Rain. Gets himself a nice quick, I think it's a triple in total, actually. Yeah, cleans up on Simple at the end there. But the impact happening a little earlier on into the piece. 3 Kriegs for the CT side now. That's going to really help, especially for a map like this. I mean, there are so many angles or duels you're much more willing to take when you've got that weapon and that extra scope. Ramp certainly going to become less of an issue for Olof Meister, I would imagine. Should he get challenged out again, those duels where it was a Deagle and a panicked Molotov will now be a Krieg and a not-so-panicked tap.
Yeah, be more than happy to take some of these duels here, but NAVI maybe not considering it right now. I couldn't see any reasons to be fussing about this moment, but if they can start hampering the cash flow over there on the FaZe clan side of things, maybe we see those MAC-10s rear their heads yet again. That is the key to pace for NAVI, it seems. The rifle's coming out. I'm just going to expect a slow default spread as per the usual. Perfecto holding ramp, electronic working ramp, the rest just posturing on the roof waiting. They need to pounce on any information that gets thrown their way. But this is par for the course from NAVI.
Certainly is. What's the next play, though? Nico with the Krieg now on the CT side, 3 of them available. Outside smokes starting to be deployed here. Electronic will throw his. Simple lining them up as well. Lots of different variations that Chad highlighted in the pre-game. Boomich will be calling out which ones he wants right now. Just getting everyone in position. Perfecto apparently vital to this play. And he'll be throwing the deeper smoke there. Oh, just the incendiary goes down though, Chad. Is that enough?
Yeah, I don't know how they picked the timing.
Yeah,
on that.
I have no idea
I'm not sure
either.
what the tell was in that situation, but that's a huge CT-sided molly.
Is there a gap there now?
It's a deep one for the... So actually, I don't think the smokes are actually what they were expecting and trying to stop. So the bloom is still effective.
Yeah, so there still is a strong wall and a strong shot from Nico. The Krieg really working out for him, but it's the same story for Electronic. They're trading blows here, but it is FaZe coming out on top. 4 versus 3. Perfecto jumps down. Hunting for all off my step. Tucks himself in towards double doors.
Ooh, he didn't fall into the trap of feeling like he couldn't retreat. He did well to get back there.
Even the doors open. Actually works out for Nico to take a kill and the bomb.
Should be a perfect round now. You can see Perfecto completely caught out. Flamey finds his first, and it'll only be the one. 3 to 5. FaZe do find 3 rounds, and they needed them. 2 in a row. See the second shot. This is the duel he wins on Electronic, and that's an important duel to be winning, considering just how powerful Electronic has been in Yard. Lovely work from Nico, just maneuvering with the doors, and Perfecto gets caught out because he sees the doors closed, thinks it's his moment, and as they reopen, he's got his back turned to the Nico Krieg.
There's not a single tell of why Nico threw that Molotov to disrupt the smoke wall. The only thing is, it was exactly on 1 minute. So unless he knows the NAVI are throwing these set pieces at 1 minute.
Now you've said that, if you've watched their demos and you know when they are coordinating things, usually, that's not a bad shout at all.
He threw it on exactly 1 minute.
Yeah, you've probably nailed it there, to be honest. They've watched the demos, Yanko's told them they always do this to 1 minute. Drop this if you can.
If there's nothing else on the map at 1 minute.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, opening pick found. This is a bit of an eco here for NAVI. 3 in a row for FaZe, but already suffered a massive deficit at the start of this half. They need to display this the perfect game at this point. Flaming on 2 HP. Boomich trying to sneak through towards the window room. Does do so. No one looking at him right now as a free kill. Take those.
Yeah, no complaints whatsoever. Coldzera was responsible for it, but now, of course, doesn't want to get his face blown off by a Deagle underneath.
It's just the smoke, because they had a player in CT spawn as well. So Boomich uses that smoke to get towards window room. The comms just aren't great there. Brokey needs to tell his teammate Nico that there's a chance to get windows. That's all it comes down to. There's a possibility of it, and he wouldn't have been as exposed.
The NAVI pause just slowly gathering their resources towards ramp, and Olaf's in a perfect position to just tap away at some heads hit. Jiggled, spotted, awkward, loses his life. Now they're just going to take straight control of the lower site. All 3 of them flooding in. There's a 4th member of the squad. He's going to be elsewhere. Coldzera has taken back control of the ramp. NAVI, this is so totally winnable now. Boomich has even got himself an armored Krieg.
It's only flashes for the retake, Alex. This is a problem.
I don't know what FaZe can do here. They can hope that Brokey does pick off this rifle. That's the threat. But time is his best friend here. Boomich doesn't need to give them the duel. Yeah, they're backing away.
They have to save. That's insane.
What in God's name is that? 1 frag down the ramp, access to the lower site found.
So much respect is given in Counter-Strike these days. It's insane, right? Like, you're thinking about this. This was just a Deagle round. There's not even armor behind most of these players.
I was going to say, if they had the 3 Kriegs up still, I'd get it. But at the same time, you've got so much money behind this. You had 3 versus 4 there on a low by anywhere. I think there was certainly a conversation to be had about retaking this one. Great shot from Flamey to get off Meister. But again, being bullied in that area, they might have to bring Brokey back over. Am I seeing a double up setup here for the FaZe boys? I think I am.
Ooh, a question for us. Can we recall who won Season 3? It was a Brazilian side, so it must have been Luminosity at the time, I guess.
Oh, well, that was an easy one. Yeah, that was definitely the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was easy.
Nice work.
The hint was a little too easy, I'll be honest. I wouldn't have had LG
well, we
at the
said
tip
we
of my
wanted to
tongue.
have a quiz today, so that's the first
Cloud9
question.
won Season 4, which was in Brazil and Sao Paulo.
Against Was it SK at the time in the final?
Didn't Cloud9
Yes.
win Season 1 as well?
I think it was.
Ooh, straight through the smoke. Electronic eats lead. Nico descending immediately upon it. He's going to take control of the lower site now. And you said FaZe have to have a spotless CT side. Well, saving 3 weapons and conceding to just the Deagle buy of NAVI in the last has made things very uncomfortable. They can't lose another. And this is against a much more menacing buy. Double orbs as well, worth mentioning. That should that bomb go down, seems almost impossible given the current setup. They'd have to find a pick first, and now gathering their resources back towards lobby.
Curious as to where NAVI want to end up now. They didn't get any territory out of that play, and then they've disappeared as quickly as they've came. Boomich is the only man they've left patrolling that part of the yard, and that is a fantastic grenade there from Rain. Boomich can't get anything done off the information, and they're just going to be milked on out of this one here. Simple and Flamey will do their best to retort, but it's a 3-on-2 situation with not much HP. They will plant the bomb, and this is where the double ops you were talking about comes into play.
Yeah, massive issue here on Nuke. Double orb setup, certainly viable. Team Liquid run it all the time, but if you get in these sort of scenarios, the bomb's down, things get a little bit more dicey. Especially when things are getting a little congested with the smokes down, the flashes coming through. First shot is perfect from Simple. You wouldn't expect anything less at this point. Now he knows it's an orb towards main entrance. Happy to take the duel here. They're running out of time. They have a kill available, but what's the play? This kill has to come in from all off Mice, so the orb shot doesn't connect, and it all falls apart once more. FaZe Clan have lost everything. Brokey might not even get away with his life here. He's thrown away the AWP, found an AK-47, and Simple looking to take him down. Perfecto will do it in the end, and does he survive? Of course he does.
NAVI look like the better team.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And that was what? Was it a 4-on-2 or a 3-on-2 there? Either way, it was a massive advantage for FaZe.
4v2, I think.
4v2 with the double orbs, and that's just why you just don't really want to operate with double orbs on the CT side of Nuke. If you're running away with the game and it looks great, and it's a nice remedy for problems on other maps. You saw on Mirage earlier, it's a good way to get into the round and change the pacing up. But on Nuke, it's such a different map in the way it plays. Having 2 orbs on the map just makes it feel like it can be nullified very quickly.
Neither of those bomb sites lend themselves very well to...
Oh, Alex, that's your smoke.
Yeah, I wanted to see how he does it. Can we go to Simple's POV, please?
Look, at the moment, with us being here on Nuke and the scoreline being 7-3, FaZe have won 3 out of the 4 halves on the previous 2 maps, which is wild to think about. The NAVI have taken us to this point by only winning 1 half.
1 half and a potential win on Nuke. They have, however, conceded the early frag. It was Rain who won the duel out on Squeak, and now no door for Boomich to play around. They're trying to sell this vent dive, but it costs another player his life. Weren't expecting him to be so vicarious. Now the bomb's gone down. Oh, actually, Nico does take it both out of their hands. He's securing this round with a nice double. Simple's all the way, still back at T-Vent. Rain's putting bullets into him in the smoke, and I'm afraid, yes, he's good, but not this good.
Yeah, good chance at a kill there, but Rain shuts it down, trying to get the bomb down quickly towards the vents. Quickly met by the M4A4 of Rain. They can still win this half. I would say even that would be a bit of a reach for them to be winning out the map at this stage, but NAVI will call their second tactical timeout, brought to you by the US Air Force here. Money pretty thin on the FaZe side of things after winning the previous round. They haven't invested into grenades on Cold Zero yet, so bear that in mind. So they are very fragile. In terms of their loss bonus, it gets removed every time they win a round. Yeah. So currently sits at absolute bottom. They'll get $1,900 after losing this round if it happens.
I would consider buying if I was NAVI here. You can get 2 rifles up. Perfecto can buy one or drop one. Electronic can definitely buy one of his own.
Rush ramp seems to be working out for them.
Just something with a little bit of finesse to it, right? Because they're able to turn usual situations, which is nothing, into something. We saw that Deagle round before. They made 2 kills and then that forced FaZe to save. There's no reason why they couldn't do it with a buy right here. It's 5 seconds left. This will be the moment. Are they doing it? Are they buying? Boomich has a Deagle. Okay, they're just going to go for the Deagles again. Still dropping them, of course.
Yeah, I guess they're not rushing. They're a very
That's right. They do wait until the last 20 seconds of every single round before they do anything.
They're fine with this. They're going to look for the 1 Deags and slow it right down. First kill will come through, though. That's going to be a nice shot from Nico.
Couldn't be much more of a free frag.
Yeah, just first 10 seconds around, off he goes.
Standing on a blue box in the yard. Lovely.
I think Nico tries to make a point when he has the Krieg. Just like, look how good I am with this weapon. Look how easy I make it look. Everyone pay attention to how overpowered this weapon is. Just tapping them away. And there's 3 kills.
Yeah, he's communicated his particular problems with the Krieg over on his Instagram. I'm sure you'll be able to find it on social media. But there we have it. A nice clean kill.
Yeah, on his LinkedIn the other day, I did see that. He was posting about the Krieg.
You did?
Yeah, it was interesting.
I think he wrote a song on his SoundCloud about it as well. Check that one out.
We'll get it to round 13 and the money starting to stabilize on the FaZe side of things now after the successful previous 2 rounds. All for Brokey, remember, has struggled on Nuke in the last couple of days. 4 kills to his name so far. It's difficult to make the AWP really work on Nuke in general. That's why we see the double AWP setup's not really super viable as the Nuke map has evolved in general. And with the outside wall of smoke, it's difficult to find the odd pick. But Rain's certainly finding them. That's towards Squeaky. Answered back by Symple quickly, though.
He's found a couple of them onto Flamey.
They just recovered the AK on the CT side. Olaf Mice, I think, picked it up. So he's left ramp now, right? So it will be just Brokey AWPing ramps. They have made that adjustment at least, knowing that it's been such a weak part of the map. Keep the AWP here, in my opinion. Otherwise, you're going to keep giving ramp control, full executions towards lower. It will keep happening.
They're doing their outside smokes. Imagine if this happens at 1 minute again.
Nico's in the perfect position here to ruin this entire round for Na'Vi and put number 6 on the board. I don't think they'll be expecting him here this late, especially considering the fact that it is a 4v4 situation. And not only that, they're not going yard. So Nico, by being pushed up towards this box, can see it's completely free. Means he can pass that information on towards his teammates to hold the hatches, because it could be a top or a ramp hit here.
Now they head towards the top site. Symple wins the first duel. Olaf was the one to provide it, but Cold pushed up in the hut, ready to punish Perfecto, and Nico as well onto Symple from yard. Boomich has crossed onto the site. They know that. Oh no, Cold! He looked away just in the nick of time for Electronic to convert. And now there's a real shot at this one. Brokey's only got an AWP and Nico's only got 10 HP, so this is starting to look just like that. 1 frag extra. It looks all good for Na'Vi.
Oof, that was their moment. The flash is good, though. Oh, it actually catches the CT as well. Dropping down, taking a little bit of full damage there. Brokey is fine for now.
Oh, perfect.
Incendiary is great, but Electronic has got past it, but not past Brokey. It's going to be a defuse coming through, 7-6. Getting closer and closer to actually maybe winning the half at this stage. It's looking much better as they post 3 rounds in a row.
They swapped the weapons around for that retake. That was really, really nice. I'm not sure that shapes up just as well with Brokey supporting Nico's 10 HP on the rifle. So nice little chop and change. And Brokey then goes on with that Krieg he's been gifted, finding both of those kills. So really impressive stuff. The flash from Nico did catch him, admittedly, but Brokey managed to make it work.
Yeah, the fact that he gets that kill, oh, wow.
Could have been awkward.
Yeah, now Na'Vi, well, they've left themselves with a bit of a
ton of utility.
Tough spot to be in, haven't they? They've got to buy into this one here. They're feigning that it's a fast top and that it could be secret wall smokes, but it will actually be a late hit towards that top site. So it's a double pump for sure.
Again, Rain's such a nuisance holding the CT vent. Oh, the flashes, you can hear how many are coming in, and despite Cold's best efforts, he eats them up. He will get traded 1-for-1 into the site, and Nico has the one to try and turn the tables again in favor of FaZe, and he will secure it. 7-7.
Couldn't be closer.
Make it a half out of this one.
They are. They looked like they were done for. Remember, they were 5-0 down. Na'Vi had them on the ropes. They were working the body, looking for the haymaker punch, but FaZe got back on their feet here. Nico keeping them alive, looking for their first series victory in the second stage here of EPL. It's been labored, but they have managed to start the conversation again that they could do it here on Nuke. Final round of this first half. Split it right down the middle. Who will be taking the edge into the second? We have got a nice strong buy on either side. Molotov thrown and then the smoke. That's thrown by the T side to guarantee their smoke land. That's not a CT incendiary, just to note that. And a good grenade towards Secret. Electronic feeling that one.
That landed right in his backpack. And with the comms, Nico has adjusted with a lovely smoke. Electronic's playing the edge of that. They likely would have caught Nico had he committed. But instead, we'll just fall back to the corner. Boomich, he likes this vent a lot. Sits there. Waits to catch the AWPer as he's unexpectedly checking silo from this blue container. So he just uncrouches and takes a pot shot. That's typically what we'll see the first 30 seconds of Boomich's mission. And just as he tries to leave his hidey hole, Brokey catches him. 4v4 though, because Perfecto has found one into the site, and nice work from Rain. Just puts Na'Vi on a 1 entrance into the site, and it does look like FaZe could very well be finding the lead on this CT half. Only the 1 round, but despite the Na'Vi's best efforts, It's all come down to Symple.
Yeah, well, we all know what he's capable of at this point. The bomb's on his back as well, and FaZe play a little bit differently when he's out and about. They've spotted him in at least. They need to try and take him down together if possible. 3 versus 1 with no time remaining here. Surely this is where FaZe can close out the half. 8-7. He shoots out the window to suggest he's coming towards heaven. We pull the player out. He's waiting for mistakes, and they're certainly being delivered. 10 seconds, though. Surely he can't get this bomb planted.
Certainly what most people would be thinking, including Brokey, because he's faked it. He was hoping for the multi-kill, didn't get the swing. God, there was a world where they both took the different fight, but Brokey does convert it. 8-7 on the half. Last map, second series, second stage. Don't go anywhere.
You know I'm a bad little mama. I got moves like Madonna. Don't tell me 'cause I'm more.
Якщо романтична вечеря поки лише у твоїй уяві, ти смакуєш багет, французькі сири, вершковий соус, лобстер, іначе усе йде.
Gangsta ball, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. All we know is ball to empty out the mouth. The chosen one they call, I take my fan with me. Know about it if you tell, know you're breaking codes. But your credibility and all fall like dominoes. Can you really take a stance? All I wanna know. Need me real ones when it's time to go. Stepping in, elevator, listen to all the haters. That's all we know when we level up. Yeah, that's all we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up. I found out I'm not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. We fearless when we fight and not afraid to level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
The stakes don't get much more higher than this for FaZe Clan. Should they lose Nuke, they are out of contention. They will have their dreams of an ESL Pro League trophy completely and totally dashed. It all rests on the crest of Nuke. 8-7 on the half. They took the lead, but only by the smallest margins, admittedly overcoming quite the strong start of NAVI. 5-2, but now 8-7. I'm Machine, I've got Henry G and Chad with me, and we're bringing you all of the, what seems to be, rather fast-paced action towards ramp.
Flamey is a little bit infamous towards this position now. Look at the damage inflicted as well. Where did that come from? Must have been an 8 chief thrown into the mix as Flamey now looks for the first kill. Similar approach to what NAVI did on their history, remember. It was all off the same position, swarmed down towards lower, but he didn't have the backup of Electronic, who seems to be finding all of the kills now. Perfecto firing off bullets from the decon room as well. NAVI look like they've done enough here. That's a hat-trick for Electronic here, but they do run into the choke point. Symple close things out, CZ in hand. So same tactic from FaZe, but not really the same effect. in the end. Didn't even get a plant out of it.
An armored CZ. They really, like, they went one better on the raid boss. The P250 wasn't sufficient. They wanted to spend more money on Symple. And he finds himself a double kill to secure the pistol, so no complaints from anybody. We'll get to see Electronics opener as well, just taking the first onto Brokey and actually finishing off the second as well. My goodness, I didn't know how much Electronic contributed to this one, but it was a whole lot.
Yeah, I sound like a broken record at this point, but in my mind, the most key part of real estate when you are taking that lower bomb site is that window room, and Electronic is a fantastic individual to be there and to defend. FaZe Clan, they didn't get the plant, but they still will opt for the force buy here, so at this point in the game, unless they are able to keep this one relatively competitive or get a plant, they are almost gifting NAVI 10 rounds on the nose here. It will be the secret wall smokes. The cross will come out. The bomb is with them. It looks like all 5 will be silently creeping behind this with not even any spam at all. And Boomich, well, you said Flamey, he made a bit of a signature position for him at ramp. Well, this is the play that Boomich made his own in Katowice.
Free fire did come in, even brought the Tech 9 for some extra bullets down range, and with their powers combined, they do get access to the lower site 2 rounds in a row. Flamey's only got a USP and a shotgun, not going to get him far. The Scout will, though. Tags from Symple, not quite enough, not quite converting.
Boomich has definitely found out at this point. The fact that he's done the same play that he did, what, 38 days ago there in Katowice and didn't expect to get snowballed over. Boy.
Coldzera now a chance to get a few kills here with the Desert Eagle, but thwarted by Symple CZ. It looks like they might be out of luck here, but Nico does get one through here.
There's no kits.
There are no kits, you're right. Nico gets another headshot. Perfecto fighting for his life here. One of them has to defuse and defend. I think it could be enough still as the defuse... Oh, it's not coming through.
There's no time, they were too late.
There. Yeah, you're right. And there we have it. The round will go in favor of FaZe. Maintaining their lead after losing the pistol, they've done it again. FaZe Clan answering back with Desert Eagles and not much else. Nico's especially, that had something to say. 3 kills totaled. And oh, that's a great shot. Nice work.
He is doing it all.
It's 20 kills for Nico, 20 kills for Symple. The next closest on the side of things for Navi is Electronic with 10. At least for Nico, Rain has 15. So contributions lacking here from the remainder of the cast on both sides of things. The force buy will come back from Navi.
Symple and Nico just duking it out for supremacy here. And if you just missed the return from the break, this is it for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
They really cannot drop another map.
Have to win this map just to stay in the conversation here at the second stage of EPL Season 11. Great shot from Symple and Secret. And he does fade away as well. Rain up there with Nico in terms of the fragging department. 15 kills. He's removed early on. This is a force buy, bear in mind, as well from Navi. So they'll be giving it hell. They start smokes, an incendiary, a defuse kit as well. Perfecto's picked that up. He really is the support role at this stage. Less than a minute remaining and no real estate to write home about. A bit of garage control. Nowhere near a bomb site yet.
Yeah, and close corners are aplenty here on Nuke. And you know what felt like a Deagle. It was a 5-7 from Electronic, but just pops away at the head of Nico mid-range. Quite the scalp to take, considering the frags we were just talking about. But now it's Coldzera's turn to perhaps remind us why he was right there alongside Nico at stage 1. 25. Their bomb has to go down. It's main. It's been spotted. They know what's going on. It's just a question of fragging. Olof's the one that takes the fight to them. He's going to get caught. And now Brokey's met the Deagle of Symple. 3 kills from him. 2 in very quick succession. And that's going to put 9 for Navi.
So if I didn't push it home hard enough last round, let me try again. Nico won the previous force spy for his team with 2 big Deagle kills. Symple has come back in the following and done the same thing. So I don't know if Nico wants to try that again. Let's see if he can buy the Deagle and try one more time.
Are they going to break serve? It's going to be another tactical timeout here for FaZe Clan, brought to you by the US Air Force. And we'll see what they've got up their sleeve. Coldzera has averaged the best entry duels on FaZe, 67% in the last 3 months on Nuke. Haven't seen too much of their T-side just yet. We'll see if he can come online and start getting it done with either the Krieg or the AK-47. Currently tied up at 9-9 here on our 3rd and final map. Train looked done. It looked like it was over. FaZe Clan had Navi pinned down almost. It was 12-3 at half. But all of a sudden, round by round, Navi got back into it and ended up winning in regulation as well, 16-13. And here we are on Nuke. Navi won the pistol, lost the second, won the third, and FaZe will try and respond with a force of their own. Tech 9 for Brokey, Deagle's out otherwise. Nico with no armor, so he's had to go for utility instead, so he's gone for the smoke and Molotov combo. I assume to guarantee one of the smokes outside.
Only 2 of them.
I can't believe they're both going to potentially die on their sword or the force spies here, so this is curious.
Well, off into the side, Cold has found another. These close quarters Deagles are doing work. And that, unfortunately, is short-lived. Electronic arriving on main has something to say. Oh, he runs out of bullets. If only he had the drum mag. Could have perhaps been enough for the frag, but no, Rain falls, and 10 now for Navi. Let's see that from Electronic's POV. Came up the vents of all places. They weren't ready to check that one. Transferring into Nico, who's not going to be checking. That's such a quick frag from Electronic. That's going to put FaZe straight into their eco territory. So we're looking at 11 before they get another chance at this.
Well, this is where Navi started to run away with Train. They got established on their CT side. They got the guns out. They broke down the money of FaZe, and they just absolutely wrecked them after that. Glocks only. At the very top end, we've got a P250 for Rain. Simple. He's so active. He's so up for this. Ready to take down anyone towards his outside position. He knows they have no armor. Brokey. Not really much he can do with no utility and just a Glock out there. So he'll go join his teammates.
Not the most fun of round of Counter-Strike to play.
No, and Chad's gone over this a few times now. The idea is just to bleed out their grenades. Try and force a mistake if possible. Grab a gun.
Counter-Strike at this high level, right? If you want to minimize mistakes, and that's what it's all about, is minimizing mistakes and taking the least amount of risks, then playing rounds in this slow fashion is the best way to do so.
Yeah.
They're going to run to top side now. Of course, this is the only thing they could try, maybe overwhelm. They will get a kill, so that's a positive.
Yeah.
Nico gets down the vent. It's like the best they can do with a bad situation.
They could have just rushed from the very get-go, but they would run into flames and HE grenades would be blown up. At least they've got a kill out of that, and they've baited out some of the utility otherwise, right? So they haven't been blown up. It's been more cash expended by the CTs. So yeah, it's not the most entertaining Counter-Strike to watch, and they got Glock sitting in lobby for a minute, but it does make sense when you break it all down. It's a thing that's really come into the forefront the last few months, I would say. A lot more teams are doing this, and just trying to notice the fact that they are spending $600 every time a CT drops an incendiary, for example. That's $600 gone. That's spent.
Yeah. Very fast flash. Simple was taking an early fire outside, but after firing off the AWP, he's choosing to no longer go on that venture.
Curious to see what smoke walls we get out of FaZe early and see the counter in play. So we did touch on this in the pre-game. Setting up their smoke wall now. Nico doesn't know which one he needs to throw.
He's doing the gap smoke. There we go. But they've got someone in secret. If Nico doesn't challenge, okay, good, that's the incendiary. So they'll Molotov Electronic out of position, but he can just jump above it. We saw this working for Nico. He got a frag in this very same position before, known as somewhat of a common maneuver these days, is you can actually throw out a smoke and peek on that railing yourself. Glaving it, if you will. Coming towards Simple. Oh, he actually hits the shot.
A double leg.
He knocks off Olofmeister's shoes. Rain's completely barefoot too, but he just charges on in and Flamey collects both of the tags.
Yep, they'll be happy with that, all things considered, seeing as that round was about to fall apart. They pick up a 3-on-3 scenario, and knowing they spotted so many bodies towards ramp, Perfecto is happy to at least explore lobby. Falls back eventually. Nico, main entrance, all down to the timings here. And, well, he'll be coming out on top. Quick shot, opens up the upper bomb site, and it's going to find double digits almost certainly here. We're playing in the vents. Boomers will have to do something remarkable here. Both of them down towards lower.
That was a very timid approach from Navi versus the smoke wall of FaZe. What I was expecting to happen was a lot more aggressive maneuvers here. I think Simple over towards ramp with the AWP was fantastic. He's going to be kicking himself that it was a double leg shot. I've never seen a double leg shot before, actually. So that was quite the curious one. But the idea that I'm thinking here is because of the lurk around the outside smokes that FaZe have been doing, if they go all in, they're going fast, right? They're going to commit. If they just do the smokes to set up, you're always going to see Nico there trying to find that gap. So if you go aggressive and you take Nico out of the picture, you've taken away one massive string in that round for them. And then the rest of the round is probably 4 individuals who are going to be running into ramp or top side because Nico is the gap maker, the gap finder. So take him out of the equation. The gap's gone.
Yeah.
I was trying to think there's like a, remember like an infomercial back in the day? It's like,
bang, and the dirt is gone.
That's the one.
Bang,
Sill
it bang, yeah.
Hi, I'm Barry Scott, and this is
That's
Sill It Bang, bang, and the dirt is gone.
There you go.
Yeah.
We didn't have that in
another
Australia,
household cleaning
but I think
product.
I watched it online.
Yeah, Barry Scott, he was a bit of a meme before memes were called memes. I guess you could call it a joke.
Yeah, that's what we used to call it back in the day. Back in the 90s, we used to call them jokes.
I'm not talking about the ones I'd read from an encyclopedia of them in bed. Never remembered or retained any of them.
You took like a classic joke book?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have those too. I used to have magic books, joke books, all sorts of things going on.
And then the internet arrived.
The internet did turn up.
Need to make books for anything anymore.
Okay, so the passive approach again. The smoke's being lined up again. See, this time if they have the follow through, if they just want to set up the lurking individual, they are changing the smoke wall. This one looks to be the deeper.
This is like, so Rain's throwing the one that lands like towards main, and then the one that lands in front of it creates that little deep wall you're referring to. And the last part of the puzzle is, I assume, warehouse?
Yeah, those are the 3, and from there they try and find the timing and the gap into warehouse, right? They wait for that warehouse smoke to start fading, then they walk into warehouse because they've already guaranteed safety. There you go, over the top. So Electronic, we saw Mouse do this.
You can see he knows what they're up to. Like, he's turning away knowing they flashed this before they commit. Boomich is there with him as well, so they've got moves to handle this sort of scenario. And it works out very nicely indeed. The flash from Symple certainly contributes. As Olaf Meister watches his teammate die in front of him, the bomb goes down. 30 seconds and a 4-on-2. They can't really wait for CT mistakes. They're just not making any. Nico now holds towards the hub. 25 seconds. Just a frag available at the very most as he decides to fall back. Their money is low. Loss bonus will be as well. They're actually at the bottom right now. They're going to get $1,900 next round. So things far from ideal. Nico will get one back here. 3 versus 1 with 10 seconds kind of upon the bomb. If he gets the orb out of Simple's hands, that's something. Maybe we'll find Perfecto here. Oh, what a shot.
Found ya. 26 for Symple. Closing in on another absurd statistics for the star. NAVI, 4 rounds away from closing this one out. And another one on the board thanks to this quick flick of Symple. Bang. Nearly the headshot for extra star points. And even worse for FaZe Clan is that they're just going to have to be bringing Deagle and a handful of smoke grenades into this one. Maybe they're going to just throw out some outside smokes, hope the CTs overinvest. It's just not going to happen. I can tell you that with conviction because we know the NAVI, they wait for concrete calls.
Of course. They certainly do. And for now, Flamey still struggling in terms of numbers, but his teammates are still winning games. Holds off towards the ramp and trying to fend them off as they have no armor that is leaping into the fire at this point. Symple will pluck one out of the air. That's Olaf Meister, and the round was pretty much confirmed before it began. This is an eco for FaZe Clan, not even a partial buy. So if they get any kills here, they'll be happy with it, but we slow it right down just to see if Rain can do anything with this decon position, but he has to open the door. That's the problem. As soon as he does, it does make quite the noise.
Where did Brokey kill Symple? Ladder base? It must be.
Yeah. I'll have to look them up. But yes, it was.
Boomich spotted. Flamey deals with the decon. Smoke left side, hold right side from Flamey. It's perfect. I mean, NAVI, they've just got it all locked down.
So now they can just focus the right-hand side or left now if you're a FaZe player. And again, just waiting for any mistakes, any 1D opportunities. Not really much to report, I'm afraid.
Brokey can save the AWP, so that's one positive thing if they think it is a necessary weapon for the following rounds. He's picked it up.
It's definitely something. Like, their loss bonus is, what, 2,400 next round? He's just going to give it up.
I think he's thrown it away from Simple's bodies and now are going to die. That means they won't be able to pick it up if they were wondering to do so. So Brokey making a lot of noise now, just has to die before the time runs out. Yeah, they're going to run away from him. They're actually not going to go for the kill. This is great. If they just don't die here, he's not going to get any loss bonus.
That's actually sick. Good point, Chad.
They just ran away from him. Boomich, he's going to fall down as well. Brokey does get 2 kills and a gun.
Okay. So the fact he gets a gun actually nullifies their efforts there, but it was a great idea. Let him just squirm on the bomb side, meaning the AWP won't have any money going forward, but he gets the M4. He could even drop that and still buy AK armor and a smoke. So he's fine.
Thank you, Boomich.
there was a chance that would have been
sick.
horrible because Brokey did have the AWP and then threw it away, so he would have been nowhere near a weapon unless he made those 2 big Deagle kills.
Yeah, good stuff. 13-10, round 24. Auto shotgun for Perfecto. Probably the only map you'll ever see it on. Occasionally makes an appearance on train towards Pop Dog.
Oh, a shotgun, not the perfect weapon for the job, but Electronics managed to find 3. I can't even comprehend it. A massive multi-kill to open up round 24, and Simple's made good on his promise.
Brokey again, 3-on-1, and the money really will be buggered after this one. They really won't have anything to worry. He's not getting a bomb plan here. If he gets a kill, that would be something. Good try, but Simple takes him down. How many frags has he got now? 29. Knocking on the door of the 30 bomb. I'm sure he'll get it before this is done. And unfortunately for FaZe fans, this is another partial buy sort of territory. They've got $3,400 on most players here, and they're going for it. Tech 9 CZs.
They have to. Remember what's in the back of the mind here, Henry. If they lose this game right here, right now, they are done and dusted in Pro League. Sure, they still have to rock up tomorrow and play their game, potentially play spoiler for another team who wants to secure a top 3 position. But FaZe, with all the good work, with all the hard work, the preparation they've put in, it could all fall in 2 rounds' time here.
Well, they'll give it everything they've got in round number 25. Tech 9 for Brokey again. I don't think he's found a kill with it, but he's bought it a few times so far. He'll have enough on the AWP if this one falls against them. Molotovs and the execution's pretty spot on, to be honest with you. No kills found, and there they are. They come through. A chance here for FaZe.
This, and there's Simple's head gone. Nico, exceptional. Gap found by Electronic, as he always seems to. Brokey just bounding in to get that bomb down. I don't think Electronic's going to be able to do enough. Even this tall, excuse me, even this situation might be a little too much for Electronic. Flamey's having a good go of it, though. And retrieval of the AWP, not so much going for the round. Electronic's going to be saving in probably the least expected of the angles.
Yeah, you're definitely not pre-firing that when you're coming out of main, let me tell you. He's going to probably win the award for the hide-and-seek competition we've got going on Nuke right now. They're going to boost up Rafter to see if they can get the AWP they took out of Simple's hands, but unfortunately for them, it's already been scavenged, and maybe Flamey will deal with Rain. He will. No gun and the death, but Cold Zero, he wants to keep the chase up. He's very close. There we go. Flamey deals with it. Those are sitters. Those are good for Flamey's stats right now. He will eventually join almost the rest of the server. Now he's found those last 2. He has 11 kills to his name. The only one not in double digits will be Olof, sitting down the bottom on 9. Those individual woes still plaguing him here. But he was instrumental in finding that kill on Perfecto, which helped open up this upper site.
So, we go the full distance. FaZe somehow make it work with the CZs, the Tech 9s, the upper rush. The execution was pretty beautiful, I have to say. You can see how overwhelming that was. Planting the bomb finally breaks the streak of NAVI, who had 3 rounds in a row, and keeps him in contention for the map here. 3rd and final. Must win for FaZe.
This could be the start. Rain, Nico, both into the top site, and again, weakness found. Exposing the weakness, they charge towards the upper site. Perfecto goes down, Electronic quick to follow, and now I don't know what Simple intends to do. He's waiting for the main smoke, but I think this is their only option. I mean, top site retakes with a shotgun and an AWP, it's not known to be particularly effective. Coldzera's offense is just perfect. As soon as Flamey lowers his guard for the corner, he goes down. So 12 then for FaZe. This gap's going to get even closer.
Well, they clearly know what's on the line. They haven't forgotten right here because they're not giving up. We'll get the scores on the doors for everybody at home as you can see just how this one's transpired. It's been few and far between these rounds they've been dotting on the board there, but they're still successful, and this will be another one through the virtue of bomb explosion. So round number 26 mounts. FaZe get a little bit of extra money. At this point of the game, it's not going to be the difference maker too much, but Simple holding on to that AWP might be.
That might be, you're right. The fact he's got an AWP can drop an M4 here as well. They've got a Krieg for Boomich, so they still have a plenty going forward here. Nico somehow made that shot work. A little flick on towards Perfecto's head. His aim has been nothing short of crispy today. Mirage, he was exceptional. We'll see now FaZe getting closer and closer, and it's not the full investment from NAVI, like you might expect. The fact they've got a Krieg in the AWP there, they are allowing FaZe to maybe pick this one up, but it is going to be the upper rush here. Flamey's there with the Desert Eagle. We know how good he is with the weapon, and it's a team kill to kick things off. Bit of contribution from Flamey there, and it's trading in favor of NAVI for now. Not until Nico arrives, though. Simple with the USP, it's enough, but he hits the headshot. Nico somehow gets away with it. 3 kills in total. That should have been the round, and maybe it still is. No, Nico wins it with the AWP.
He's
Unbelievable.
furious. 4 kills from Nico. He wants to get his kills on par with Symple. 29-30 as these two stars clash in the server tonight. My goodness, they're going supernova, both of them. And we'll see that again. Let's see the Nico 4K. So first into the site, second, these are fine. These are necessary. This is the duel he wins versus Symple.
Big one.
Symple switching to the USP. Nico had 13 HP for that. I mean, it was all looking like doom and gloom. Electronic and Symple left to clutch it out, but all Nico to save it. Quad kill from him. Tactical timeout brought to you by the US Air Force. And it's time for FaZe with just 1 remaining timeout to get their final ducks in a row.
Well, some way, somehow, with just the pistols, it was FaZe Clan with that upper execution that has found them some footing here on the map of Nuke. It looked like they were done for. After their train performance in the second half, I didn't see a world they'd make this competitive, and the second half was looking like it was trending in that direction. But they've actually now, at round number 25, 26, 27, managed to string a few together, break down the money of NAVI. They have the advantage in terms of the firepower here going to round number 28, still looking for their first win over a series in stage 2 of EPL. Currently 0-3, a must-win game for them, and it couldn't be closer. 1 round separates these 2 teams now. NAVI 14, FaZe Clan 13, and an outside play from Nico here. Sets himself up a flashbang, hoping that will persuade Electronic into the peak. He held strong.
Big gap in the smoke just there. I want to note that they threw down the Molotov to disrupt the wall, so that's how this round's kicked on off, and maybe why they're a bit tentative, but Nico still strikes. He continues to be the hero here. 30 on the board, he's equaled Symple.
You know that Nico wants to win more than anything because he's using the Krieg. You know, he's spoken very vehemently about it, but his strong opinions for the weapon won't stop him utilizing it with one of the most important maps of Counter-Strike and the most important, you know, last 10 rounds or so of FaZe's campaign here at Pro League. Hope hanging in the balance. Molotov towards Hut, there's nobody home. Symple's playing top side with a rifle. He has decided he is the answer to the top side pushes that FaZe have been throwing. Him and Boomich start strong, and Perfecto playing the close corner. He's going to line them up with the UMP. Brokey thrown into a clutch. He'd have to find the 4K total and a 1 versus 2 to put the 14th on the board. The equalizing round in such a crucial game. Tension mounting for the rookie.
Certainly so. He's got a good chance of doing so as well, as he does fire off the first couple of shots. Boomich will take him down from heaven. That's going to be series point for NAVI. They'll collect all the Kriegs and AKs they possibly can and take those forward to the next round here. Money's actually a bit at the bottom of the barrel here. Overtime, certainly a possibility. There is money available for FaZe. Easy 6 grand for Nico, 5.5 for Brokey. There'll be compromises, but they've got enough for a serviceable round. Here's the final kill from Boomich, just from heaven here. Easy if you like.
FaZe were reset to 1400 with that round loss bonus there. So, Cold Zero and Olaf don't have much money to speak of whatsoever. But NAVI, with only 2 players surviving, also have to make a couple of interesting purchases. Perfecto will go on the MP9. Flamey with that auto shotgun yet again. This is it. It's do or die. It comes down to this.
We could be waving our goodbyes to the FaZe clan of stage 2 in just 1 minute and 40 seconds time. Let's see. Spray through the smoke. It's wild, but it's taken down Nico. What a way for it to potentially end. He cannot contribute, but Rain can. The shotgun was close to the belly button of Olaf, but he lives to fight another day to tell the story, perhaps.
Well, at least he only gives up the shotgun. Electronics dishing up nothing but death. It's going to be a 16-13 finish here, surely. Boomich looking to close things out here. Olaf Meister with 20 points of help. He's got the Krieg in hand, but that's going to be it. NAVI do get across the line. We say goodbye to FaZe. They go 0-4. They will have to play again tomorrow, but their chances of making it to the next stage of the tournament have been thwarted.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we